Vinfast are about to list on the US stock exchange, and I've received a number of emails from you guys. I don't have time to respond to all your emails, I'm sorry. Here's my response. Should you or should you not invest in Vinfast? Aussies, don't watch this video, otherwise I'll get a $400,000 fine. Thank you for watching, my friends. Great to see you. I hope you've had an amazing week, and it's great to see so many new subscribers on the channel. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Sam Evans, and over the past about a year and a half, we've done 2,500 videos on electric battery technology, on electric drivetrains, electric cars, renewable energy, more videos than any other channel on YouTube, at least that I'm aware of anyway. Another EV stock set to debut in the US is Vietnamese vehicle maker Vinfast, and they're considering an IPO in January of 2023. After a promising start in 2021, but a bit of a complicated and checkered history, which I'll point out in a second, the automotive division of Vietnam's largest conglomerate, Vinfast, or Vingroup, looks to accelerate its electric vehicle rollout, and Vingroup aims for a better life for everyone, they say, that's their catchphrase, with advanced technologies like electric vehicles and software manufacturing solutions. The Vingroup also owns the leading retail real estate brand in Vietnam. Basically, you know what? Vinfast, Vingroup, they're saying to themselves, well, let's just do what these other Chinese car makers are doing, Lucid, Rivian. Let's see if we can get some money out of this situation. That's basically, honestly, what it all comes down to. Cash flow. Vinfast are setting its sights on becoming a global electric vehicle powerhouse. And basically, they want to become one of the biggest EV manufacturers in the world. They say they'll discontinue production of gasoline-powered vehicles and unveil a full lineup of electric cars. Those include the VF5, the VF6, the VF7, the VF8, and the VF9. So they've got a mini car, they've got a subcompact car, they've got a compact car, a mid-size, and a full-size vehicle as well. I made a video about Vinfast. In fact, I've done a couple of videos about them. I'll put links in the description below to my videos on Vinfast. Electric says that after delivering the first 100 Vinfast VF8 models, the EV maker has reiterated its intention to become a global brand by entering the US, Canada, and Europe. And it plans to begin production of its new North Carolina EV facility in 2024. And Vinfast is also planning to go public on the US stock exchange, like I said, in January. According to a report from Bloomberg, Vinfast could go public in either January, maybe February, and they're looking to raise at least $1 billion from the public listing, depending on the level of interest. Now, I'm guessing that they are planning on investing that $1 billion into more factories, more EV production. It could be kind of bad timing though, let's be honest. Everyone's saying we're going into a recession, massive inflation, decreased interest in consumer spending. Could be a difficult market for Vinfast to go into. And Vinfast actually said in July it would receive $1.2 billion in incentives for its North Carolina EV plant, which they say will reach production of 150,000 vehicle capacity when it's up and running in 2024. So far, Vinfast has 73,000 reservations globally for its electric vehicle model. 73,000 globally. It's, to be frank and honest with you, it's a pretty small number in comparison to some companies. I mean, BYD apparently has about 800,000. You know, General Motors, we know they have at least 300,000. We know that Tesla has at least 1.5 million for the Cybertruck. Ford has at least 250,000. Those GM and Ford numbers, though, are only US based. They're not even global numbers. Personally, I am not confident in Vinfast at all. I don't like their subscription model. You can subscribe to a battery pack. Even if you want to get the vehicle, you can kind of get it. In the long term, you work out all the costs. If you add them all up, they're not all that affordable. To be honest, the product is decent, but it's not groundbreaking. As far as I can see, they don't have their own battery technology. They'll just be using other battery manufacturers. That's okay, but it doesn't mean it doesn't give them an advantage. It just means they're on the same playing field. They're pretty much starting from scratch. Now, Vinfast hired a whole bunch of people in Australia. I know some of them personally. And they actually bought massive amounts of land here in Australia to build factories here in Australia where they were going to build EVs. They fired all those staff, sold all that land within the last 12 months, changed their minds, went to the US. Now they plan on doing this in the US. To be honest, Would you have confidence in a company that just backflips like that? Now, I don't actually care that they did this in Australia. To those of you who worked for them, I'm sorry, I do feel bad for you in that sense. But in the global overall picture of it, I don't really care if they make that decision. But it does mean I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the company. Because they seem to me to be like, a teenager that changes their mind. They're like, one day they have a great idea. We can all do this, but this is a public company. They have a great idea, and then a week later they're like, no, we have a different idea. No, we have a different idea. This is not a company with a history of making money from automobiles. They've made money from a range of different things, not really from cars. Now, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to get rid of their bizarre battery lease idea, and they're going to have to lower their prices. If they do both of those things, can they make a profit? I have no idea. No one knows. There's really no way of knowing. This is, in my opinion, you're better off going into the casino and playing blackjack. There's a 41% chance of winning there. I mean, at least then you know your odds, right? Does anyone know the odds on this company? Do you know the odds? Have you worked them out mathematically? No one does. I don't think the company would even know themselves. This is completely, purely an experiment, and there's really no way of knowing if they're going to succeed. Personally, I have to say, I don't think they will. I honestly think they will succeed as a company, but not as an electric vehicle manufacturer. Eventually, they'll probably lower their prices, realize that actually it's very tough to compete. It's very tough to manufacture cars and make a profit from cars. The automotive industry margins are very, very low. You're competing with probably the greatest manufacturer in history. Yes, it is Tesla. It's not Toyota. Toyota's manufacturing efficiencies are nowhere near Tesla's. Nowhere near, not even close. Tesla has the incredible manufacturing efficiency, and they will need to compete with that in the US. Plus, they're a completely unknown brand. Tell me how many people in the US know about Vinfast. I would say no more than about maybe 0.5% of the US population. How many of them know about Tesla? That's the brand strength that they have to compete against. I think this is not going to work in the US. That's my honest opinion. I hope it does. I really don't. I don't want them to fail. I want EV companies to succeed. That's what they want to do, and I want them to succeed. But we have to be realistic here. I don't want you to lose your money. This is really a difficult industry. It's extremely challenging. I don't think people realize just how tough automotive manufacturing is. And frankly, it's pretty unlikely you're going to make any money on this unless you're like a professional gambler and that's your thing. Go ahead, make my day. Do what you like, But for the everyday person, personally, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. That's my take. Let me know what your take is in the comment section below. Will you invest or will you not? Let me know why you will or you won't. And as always, my friends, have a great day.